So what are we gonna do today, Cousin PW?
The same thing we do every day, Melvin. Try to take over the neighborhood.
Well, hey, Melvin. What's going on?
Hey there, Cousin BW. I've just been on the internet laughing at videos of them stupid millennials eating Tide Pods and snorting condoms and all that stuff. It's just funny, I can't believe that generation are a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, it's pretty cringy stuff and kind of fun to laugh at, but to be fair, if you recall, our generation also swallowed live goldfish and bought pet rocks.
Yeah, I forgot about those things. Guess you got a point.
Yep. Every generation has done their fair share of stupid stuff while they were young. Hey y'all, Bloodwing here, back to bring some grumpiness to your internet. And this video kind of comes spur of the moment. Something kind of triggered me, if you will, if you want to use that term, that I saw today, and I thought, I'm gonna do a video on that. As I was perusing Twitter this morning, I seen a tweet by a pretty big YouTuber in our genre. Now, I'm not going to call him out because that's not my style. But they were throwing shade at the journalist that Count Dankula's been going back and forth with on Twitter. You know the guy. And calling him out as being an idiot, but just had to point out that they were a boomer. Now, this wouldn't annoy me as much if this particular person hasn't had a tendency to throw that in there anytime they're throwing shade at somebody lately. It's all about boomers being stupid or out of touch or whatever. And it got me thinking, why is this okay? And it's not just because I'm a boomer, but why is it okay to pigeonhole people? We're supposed to be a genre that's all about free speech and all about equality and egalitarianism and all that stuff, but yet we're so quick to pigeonhole people, by the color of their skin. All whites are garbage. All blacks are criminals. You know the drill. Or about their gender, all men are toxic. All women are thoughts or gold diggers. Oh, and I hate that term thoughts, by the way. And its cousin, begone thought, is even worse. Just stop. Anyway, we're so quick to pigeonhole people, and even by the date that they were born. And these are all things that none of us could have done anything about. Not a thing. Oh, I get it. Every generation that ever was throughout history has hated the generation before and the generations after. It's kind of the circle of life, if you will. I get that. And we have a tendency to look in at both ends, both those before us and both after, and thinking, gosh, they were stupid. The ones before are always out of touch, and they don't know what life is really about anymore because life has moved on. And the ones after are just stupid and childish and a bunch of frickin' idiots. It's always been that way, and always probably will. But we're supposed to be a genre of people that so many of them claim to be skeptics. I don't, but many do. So many are supposed to be open to free thought and discussion and against identity politics, but yet we play in that same identity politics. It's become all about whether you're white or you're black or you're male or you're female or you're a boomer or a millennial or a Gen Xer. Now, first of all, let me say that not all of us boomers are out of touch idiots. I've been on the internet almost since its inception. I can take a desktop computer, take it down, take it apart, put it back together with my eyes closed. I'm very proficient at using computer technology. And I'm 58 years old. There is not one clock in my house blinking 12 o'clock. So yeah, I don't like stereotyping. I don't like pigeonholing. And it's not just about the generation thing. It's about all the other things that I mentioned. When has it become acceptable within our genre to start pigeonholing people by things they have no control over. And the only thing I can see, the only reason this person would have added in the fact that they're boomers, because it had nothing to do with their idiocy. You know, when they were born, had nothing to do with the fact that they're an idiot. There are idiots born in every generation. The only thing that I can see is that it gives them more cool points with the mostly younger generation that probably makes up the majority of their followers and subscribers. That's all I can see. So why? Why would you do that? You know, to paraphrase a great man, I believe that we should judge a person on their character, not the color of their skin, and I would add, nor their gender, nor the date they were born. I admit I play up the old man thing quite a bit, the grumpy old man, and mostly because it is true, but because there's no use in me denying that I'm considerably older than most people that make content in our genre. But anybody that subscribes to me and follows me and talks to me on any type of regular basis knows that I don't care what color you are, I don't care what gender you are, I don't care what year you were born. I'm going to treat you straight up as a fellow human being. Oh, sure, I might try to offer you some advice based on my living life a little bit longer than you. But other than that, people are people. And that's the way it should be in this genre. If you really want to be against, or you want to be for equality and egalitarianism, if you really want to paraphrase Arlo Guthrie for this purpose, if you really want to end the culture war and end identity politics and social justice progressivism, then we're going to have to get off this shtick of pigeonholing everybody and stereotyping everybody by this thing or that thing or whatever it is that we're pigeonholing by, and start treating each other as peers, as equals, as human beings. I don't care who you are. You're no better and no worse than I am. We're all human. We all put our britches on the same way, to coin a phrase. You know, I'm the kind of person that even if I was to meet the president, I would certainly give him the respect due his office and position. But I'm pretty sure that I would, when push comes to shove, at the end of it, I would talk to him like a peer, like a fellow human being. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the matter. We've got to quit pigeonholing people by things that they have absolutely no control over. Not everybody of this group or that group are the same. Stop the stereotyping. Stop the pigeonholing. If we really want to get a handle on winning this culture war, then that's just what we're going to have to do. And so that's my opinion. I'm sure some of you have a different one. Let me know in the comments down below. But let's keep it decent, okay? And, hey, as always, get out of my yard.